Hey everyone, today we're going to uncover the incredible and frankly super surprising way your brain listens to the world, even when you're fast asleep. Okay, let's just dive right in.
So let's start with the mystery we've all experienced. It's a total paradox, isn't it? I mean, how can your brain be, off for the night, but still act like some kind of sophisticated security guard, deciding which sounds are important enough to wake you up?
Well, to solve this mystery, we first have to understand that one part of you never, ever truly sleeps, and that's your ears. They're always on.
Seriously, your ears are constantly working. The whole auditory system is on 24/7. Sound waves get caught, turned into vibrations, and then into electrical signals that are sent straight to your brain, whether you're awake or in your deepest sleep. It's really a beautifully evolved safety mechanism.
Okay, so this is the crucial point, right? If the ear is always sending signals, the mystery isn't about the ear at all. It's about what the sleeping brain does with all that information it's constantly getting.
And this brings us to the real star of the show, the fascinating stuff that's happening inside your brain while you sleep.
There's this fantastic analogy from the research that just sums it up perfectly. During sleep, your brain cells are still firing, still processing sound like perfect musicians. But the part of your brain that consciously interprets those sounds, the conductor, if you will, is pretty much off duty.
Now, this incredible activity mostly happens during what's called non-rapid eye movement, or NREM sleep. This is that deep, restorative phase where your brain is doing some of its most important work behind the scenes, from healing your body to locking in your memories.
So how does the brain manage all this incoming sound without a conductor? Well, turns out it has a very special tool for the job.
Meet the K complex. You can basically think of it as this massive, distinct brainwave that acts as the sleeping brain's personal bouncer, or gatekeeper. It's a real hallmark of that deep NREM sleep.
And get this, it has an incredible dual function. On one hand, a K-complex can basically tell your brain, hey, ignore that sound to protect your sleep. But on the other hand, it can scream, pay attention, to alert you. So how on earth does it decide which job to do?
To figure that out, scientists designed a pretty fascinating experiment to test what the sleeping brain really prioritizes.
So here's what they did. Scientists played different names to people while they were sleeping, all while monitoring their brain activity. And crucially, these names were spoken by two types of voices, a familiar one, like a parent, and then a completely unfamiliar one.
Now be honest with yourself. Most of us would guess that hearing our own name is the most powerful trigger, right? It just feels personal and important. Well, the results were not what anyone expected.
The data was absolutely crystal clear. Unfamiliar voices triggered way more K-complexes than familiar ones did. It turned out the brain was much more interested in that new, unknown voice.
So, the takeaway here is huge. It wasn't about hearing your name. The sleeping brain's alarm system is tuned not to what is being said, but to who is saying it. A new voice represents a potential unknown, which, from an evolutionary standpoint, could be a threat.
This discovery reveals this incredible and ancient strategy our brains use to keep us safe at night.
Researchers call this sentinel processing mode. You can think of it as this ancient survival mechanism just hardwired into us over thousands of years. It perfectly balances our need for deep rest with the absolute necessity of staying alert to potential danger. It's evolution at its most clever.
And the brain's response goes even deeper. The data shows that when a K-complex is triggered by an unfamiliar sound, the brain's follow-up electrical response is much stronger and way more organized. It isn't just flagging the sound, it's launching a full-scale investigation.
So, to finally solve our initial mystery, your brain filters out the familiar, non-threatening sound of that loud train, but it instantly flags the unfamiliar, quiet creak of a floorboard as something that needs your immediate attention. It's an elegant and just absolutely vital survival design.
We really hope you found this peek into your sleeping brain as fascinating as we did. If you love getting straight to the facts on amazing topics like this, make sure you subscribe to the Zero Facts channel.
And hey, if you enjoyed this explainer, hitting that like button really helps us out and lets us create more content just for you.
And for our final thought, we want to hear from you. Come on, we all have that one story of some bizarre sound pulling us out of a deep sleep. So what's the strangest or most unexpected sound that has ever woken you up? Let us know down in the comments below.